He's being his true and authentic self. He's really being wonderful. No, we have standards in the West. In fact, when I'm raising my daughter and I try to teach her table manners, I don't say, just be your authentic self, honey. Keep on interrupting us. Use your hands when you eat macaroni and cheese. No, in fact, my wife and I, Erica, we go through methodical lessons of here's a spoon, here's how to use it, because we want to elevate the human being above our natural, broken, fleshly state. 500 million people in India defecate on the side of the street. That's bad. We don't do that in the West because we try to value cleanliness, order, and yes, actually things that aren't filled with filth.
You know, the fact that a man eating rice is still being talked about just screams that they don't really have any political acumen and they have to resort to just blatant racism. Let's do this. Let's keep the same energy and see how the shoe fits on the other side. So, presenting. How dirty is the West really? Number one, people in the West don't wash their ass. They use toilet paper. This is the single most disgusting thing ever imaginable. A part of your body where there are literally poop particles needs to be washed with water. But people in the West, they use toilet paper instead. The default settings when you're out on the street, the default settings for the person you see are that this person most probably still has poop particles in his butt. If you go to the bathroom and you saw someone get out of a stall and while you're washing your hands, this person takes just a napkin and just cleans their hand and just leaves without water, don't you think that person is a dirty person? Why is tissue suffice for your butt but not for your hand? Number two, using the same toilet seat instead of squatting. Now this is another one. People in the subcontinent, right? Subcontinent is Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. They have squatty potties, which means you go to the bathroom, you squat, you do your business, you clean, you leave with water. People in the West, they all have the same toilet seat that everybody sits down on. Now let's say you go to work and you go to the bathroom and there are pee stains on the toilet seat. Now you have to clean those stains because you gotta go, you can't hold it. The question is, why are you even doing that in the first place? Wouldn't a squatty potty be like 100,000% more clean, healthier, hygienic? Once you sit down, now your butt is in a sacred communion with all the other butts that have sat on the same toilet seat. In the subcontinent, you got squatty potties. Your skin does not touch anything that another person's pee stain, shit stain, or their skin has come in contact with. So 100% more hygienic. This is the worst one ever. Yo, people in the West, yo, they eat ass. They eat ass. Literally. They even have a term for it. It's called tossing the salad.
Ugh. Brother, ugh.
Literally disgusting. Okay, now look, Charlie Kirk might not do that. Maybe he does. But people in the West do. How can you rationalize that the West is cleaner when people in the West eat ass? You know, Indians, Pakistanis, Bengalis, they make fun of white people. You know, like when something happens and there's something really disgusting, you know what people say? You know what that means? Listen, this is white people stuff. To denote how dirty it is. Gore means white people. Kam means work. This is the work of the white people. That's how disgusting it is. Charlie Kirk, you have no leg to stand on. If you would like to argue that people in the West are cleaner than people in the East and subcontinent, then you have to have a rational argument, and your argument needs to defend this. People in the West eat ass. They literally have poop particles in both ends. On your face and in your butt. So how are they cleaner? If you honestly want to argue that the West is cleaner, you have to substantiate how eating ass is cleaner than eating rice.